Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe the channel. So it's about to start. Just a few more seconds, and let's get started. Okay. So we'll not be recording the session. We'll directly start it. Okay, just one second. Now sharing the screen back again. Okay. So now you can see the screen, right? It's audible and it's visible too. Okay, right. So chef wants to conduct a lecture. Okay. So the question says like chef is conducting some online meeting, and for that online meeting, he needs like online sessions. Okay. So for that online session or online meeting, if he is going to conduct the meeting for 30 minutes, he don't need to buy the paid subscriptions. And if he is doing the same meeting for more than 30 minutes, he needs to go for the subscription. Okay. So here are the first thing. If he needs the subscription, we have to print yes. If we don't need the subscription, we have to print no. Okay. So let's start the program, and we are conducting this program for like 240 programs will do, 240 questions will do, whatever question it is. So you can see the difficulty level is 315 for now. So starting from 315, let's see what program level it is coming. Whatever the program level it will come, we'll go through. Okay. So the first thing is we have to use the scanner. Okay, because we are taking the inputs. So how this input and output is going on. So if you see the first input, this is 4. So 4 is the number of test cases that will be passed on. Okay, and if you see the number of test cases is 4, right? So it will take 4 different inputs. So first I'm doing like, okay, one second. And first line will be containing the t number of test cases, the number of test cases that we discussed just now. So it's 4. So we're taking like x new scanner. So I'm taking the first number of. So scanner, and we don't need to import anything because it's already written in each and every code. Now we'll take the while loop because we have to take how many times we have to take the run the code, right? So we'll take first int t x dot next. Okay, this is the method we are using to take the value of the t. Now we'll do like this. So t and the value will be 0, right? Okay. Now what it will do, we are writing one condition that this code will run till the time value of t is greater than 0. Okay. So till that time this code will run. Now we have the condition like we'll get the value of t as 4, right? Now we'll check, we'll write down the condition. What's the condition we need to write? So it's the easy question first because the difficulty level is 3, and we'll see how many difficulty levels we are getting in next 24 hours. So we are taking the one number we are taking. So we'll take int, let it be a equal to x dot next of, right? We are taking the value of a, means whatever number we are getting here as an input. Okay. Next condition, if value of a, if value of a is greater than 30. So we can do 2-3 things here. Okay. One thing like we can do, that is we can use the ternary operator. Okay. Second thing, one second. Second thing we can do is like, so we can do 2-3 things. First thing, we can write the if part of time will do. Okay. Secondly, we can do is like one second, we'll remove this. Okay, we'll go for tab and we'll store it to variable. We are taking the string value, right? So we have string value. So we'll do else condition first. I'll show you the if else so that you can get to know. So a is greater than 30. If this condition is correct, it will print. Now what it will print? It will print yes. Right? This is a basic question it is asking first. Second thing, if it's less than, okay, so we can do like this. Actually, we don't even need this. Let me show you once. Okay, so we will go and run the program first. So it is giving you two conditions, right? Because these two conditions are not fulfilled. Now to run these two conditions, okay. So let's run the programs. Else, okay. So else will print the no. So what condition we have written here? If it is greater than 30, then only it will. So till 30, it will be considered as no, right? So you can see our first program like closed, and it took the memory of 54 MB. Took the time of nearly 18 seconds to complete, right? So yes, no, no, and then yes. So test case 1 is running. We'll see. After this, we'll go with the next questions. And one more thing, we'll schedule this 8 days streak. Okay. So what we are planning for now, we'll be continuing this kind of things for next every week we'll do, and for next every week, every Wednesday we'll do the whatever the coding sessions is going on. So if you go here, I'll show you once. So we'll go for competitions. Every Wednesday we'll be having 3 hours of session for competition. Okay. So you can see the next is like 1 day and 19 hours left. Okay. 14th of January it closed, and 10th of October. So we have like whatever the session it is. Next session will be on 18th of January. That is for 3 hours. So we'll do this session also. Start for 74. We'll cover this. We'll do this live. We'll solve the problems. Okay. And every Sunday we'll do programs like this only. So next question is Ceph computer has NGB of free space. He wants to save X files, right? Each of size 1 GB and Y files. Each of size 2 GB on his computer. Why will he be able to do so? So what it is asking like, there is a guy, and on that guy he is using some computer. In that computer, he is having some limited space. Okay, some NGB of free space is there. He want to save X number of files. Each file is size 1 GB. Okay, and he wants to store the Y files also. That is having a size of 2 GB each. So Chef can save all the files in his computer only if total size of file is less than or equal to the space, right? Now what it is giving. So first it is again taking the first line contains four integer t, okay, the number of test cases. The first and the only line, and each test case consists three constants in x and y. Now what is n, what is x, and what is y? So n is the total space available, n is the total number of files it is sending multiplied by 1 GB, and y is the total number of file it is sending multiplied by 2 GB. Okay, so if you see the first condition, it is showing output as yes, right? Now the first condition is it is having 6 GB of space available. In that 6 GB, it is storing x files, that is of 3, okay, quantity of 3. Now x will be having 1 GB of space, right? It's taking 1 GB of space. So x into 3, that will be 3 into 1, that is 3 GB. And y is taking to 1 file, that is of 2 GB. So 2 GB multiplied by 1, that is 2 GB. So 3 plus 2, that is 5 GB of space it is containing, taking, and it can take up to 6 GB of space. So it's valid condition, right? Now we'll check how it's going to work. New scanner off. Now here I'm taking this. Now again we'll take test cases we have to pass, right? So it is start next print off, right? While, okay, so while t is, now first condition is completed, first one input. Now we have to go with the second inputs, right? Now what I am doing, so we'll take three integer values we have to try, right? So we'll take int a equal to x dot int of, so why we are doing this on CodeChef and starting from basics, because the basics question is like, see, you might be knowing the logic after explaining, but what will happen if you read these questions, right? So you'll not get the like what it is exactly asking. Okay, so that's the reason we are explaining the questions. We are explaining each and every technique, how these things it will work. So it is like first we'll take the scanner, we took the scanner and we'll pass the test cases. We took three inputs, okay, A, B, and C, and we'll check the condition. So we'll check if Okay. Now the condition one is first we'll be using if. But is it necessary? We can do this for like some different ways also, right? Chalo, we'll go with the basic, like very easy questions so that means all the questions will be done with the brute code. Okay. Okay. Now we'll check if so we don't need first. So first we'll need so b value of b multiplied by 1. Okay. So this is the condition first one. Now we have to store it somewhere, right? So int b equal to. Oh, you can do this, right? It's correct. Int c equal to c multiplied by 2. Okay. Now I will write the condition if a is greater than equal to inside bracket will write e plus c. Okay. If this condition is true, system dot out dot sorry. Okay. Now what we want to print? We want to print yes, right? Else no, right? Now this is the condition. Can you please tell me like what's wrong in this code? Because I think this will execute, but still something was missing. Okay. So a is greater than equal to b plus c. Now what is the condition? We'll check. What's the queuing? So it's running. I think my internet is working, not my internet. Okay, yes, no, yes. So submit the code. So it's taking nearly 6 minutes to complete one code after reading, explaining, and completing the code in submission, right? We'll go with the next. Now next you can see it's already done, but I think it's not submitted. That's the reason it's showing here. Okay, no issues. We'll see. Just give me a second. Let me open. Okay, so one question is there in the chat box that I have already sent. What is the purpose of Java Spring classes? Right? Please go through the question. Okay, so till that time, I'll explain you this question. Hey, why it's not showing complete question? Give me a second. Let me check. It's displaying the oops, something issue, connection issues. Why is this happening? Ah, okay. Sorry. Just give me a second. So because of that, it is giving error issues. Just give me a second. So I close that 360 degree. Okay, let me check if it's still coming. Do let me know, or better once reload the page. Very, very, 1 second. So let me pause the stream for 1 minute, and we'll start back again.